Love this stuff. I'm going to call this meeting to order tonight. This is the meetings being recorded by the Ways and Means Committee. If any other persons are present doing the same, you must notify me at this time. This is the Ways and Means Committee of Tuesday, February 20th, 2024. The call to order is officially at, I guess, 6:01 p.m. Can I get a roll call of members present? That's going to be Councilor Master Totaro.
I am here.
You are here. Councilor Wondolowski.
Here.
I know Councilor Garrett is absent tonight. I am Councilor Toronzo, which is the rest of our board right now as we are waiting, filling a vacancy for Precinct 7, which hopefully happens tomorrow night. And then we'll have 5 on this committee again. All right, cool. We have going on the agenda, we have an approval of minutes from January 16th, 2024. Do we have a motion to approve that?
Make a motion to approve.
All right. And is there a second?
Second.
Okay. All those in favor? I mean, well, is there any discussion on the minutes? Did you guys look it over? Is it anything seem out of the ordinary? All right. Cool. Then all those in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
Got to do a roll call vote for everything here because we're all on. We're online. Anybody's online. We got to do a roll call vote. So, Councilor Master Totaro.
Yeah.
Councilor Wondolowski.
Aye.
And I will also say aye. So we've got unanimous approval of minutes. It's so exciting. Next order of business is the public hearing. There is not one. So we can move right down to motions. First motion is to transfer $18,179 from the general fund bond premium to the general fund principal paydowns account. Do I have a motion or do I have a second for that?
Second.
I guess I should have read that in a better way. Sorry. The city council, upon recommendation of Mayor Weeda Gardner, an order to transfer $18,179 from general fund bond premiums, moves that it be ordered to transfer the amount of $18,179 from general fund bond premiums to general fund principal paydowns account number 01007100599991. Now do I have a second?
So moved.
Okay, great. Second, Mike?
Second.
All right. Any discussion on this topic?
No.
All right. Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Sorry, I got to do it again. Roll call vote. Roll call. Councilor Wondolowski.
Aye.
Councilor Master Totaro.
Aye.
And I will also vote aye. It's unanimous. Positive. Recommendation. Next. Order number fiscal year 24052. City Council, upon recommendation of Mayor Weeda Gardner, an order to transfer $214,000 from bond premiums to water principal paydown, moves that it be ordered to transfer the amount of $214,000 from water enterprise bond premiums fund 1627 to water principal paydowns account number 61007100599991.
Make a motion to approve.
All right.
Michael, Master Totaro.
Sure.
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion on this item? I don't see any. All right. All those in favor, roll call. Councilor Wondolowski.
Aye.
Councilor Master Totaro.
Aye.
And I, as Councilor Toronzo, will also approve this. That's a 3-0 unanimous positive recommendation. The next one is, sorry, I'm trying to do this 2 computers here. Order number FY 24053, in order to transfer 145,155 from bond premiums to sewer principal paydown. Move that it be ordered to transfer the amount of $145,155 from sewer enterprise bond premiums, Fund 1627, to sewer principal paydowns. Account number 6000710059991.
Make a motion to approve. Michael motion to Tara.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. Is there any discussion on this item? All right, I don't see any. So I'll take a roll call vote on this. Councilor Master Totaro
Aye.
and Councilor Wondolowski.
Aye.
And I will also say aye as Councilor Carranza. Unanimous positive recommendation to bring tomorrow. Next order of business. Order number FY 24054. City Council, upon recommendation, may Rita Gardner in order to transfer $4,282 from bond premiums to GSET debt service. Move that it be ordered to transfer the amount of $4,282 from GSET enterprise bond premiums, Fund 1627, to GSET debt service account number 6500710059166557.
So moved.
Michael second.
All right. Is there any discussion on this one? So we got another admittance. All right. Okay. Then roll call vote. All in. Councilor Wondolowski.
Aye.
Councilor Master Sotero.
Aye.
And I will also approve this as Councilor Tronzo. Unanimous positive going to tomorrow. Let me scroll through back up here. More meat and potatoes here. Order number FY 24055. The City Council, upon recommendation of Mayor DeSorger, in order to fund an MOU for police chief and deputy police chief, move that it be ordered that the City Council, in accordance with the signed memorandum of understanding between the City of Greenfield and Chief Robert Haig, and the signed memorandum of understanding between the City of Greenfield and Deputy Chief William Gordon, appropriate the sum $54,904.18 and transfer said amount from the city's reserve fund to police permanent salaries, line item 0100.2100.5111 to fund the first year cost items. We have a majority vote required.
So moved.
Okay. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right. And is there discussion on this issue?
Nope.
All right. Seeing none. Roll call vote on this. Councilor Wondolowski.
No.
Councilor Master Totaro.
No.
And I will also say no. That'd be unanimous negative recommendation going to council tomorrow night. Bear with me for a second. I'm going to scroll through the multiple pages of backup here to get to the next. No, it's going to be, it just wants to load slowly. I'm sorry. There we are. All right. Order number FY 24061. The City Council, upon recommendation of Mayor DeSorger, to expend EPA Swiffer grant in the amount of $2,055,330. Move that it be ordered that pursuant to MGL Chapter 44, Section 53A, the City Council approve expenditures in the amount of $2,055,330 from the Environmental Protection Agency Solid Waste Infrastructure for Recycling grant for the purpose of transforming its manually collected dual stream recycling program to an automated single stream collection program.
What page are you on, Michael? I'm sorry.
I'm on, I believe it says 42 on the bottom of that page.
Yeah, I passed it. Sorry. Okay.
All right. Do I have a motion? Here. I mean, do we want to talk about it?
Do we need a motion first before we can chat?
Yeah, I mean, I read the order as it is, so we would, just like the others, we would need a motion and a second, essentially, to go about it.
Okay, so moved.
Bring it up.
Second.
All right, and do we have discussion on this one?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Is there an opportunity? Is there an opportunity to change the motion?
To change the motion that was issued, the financial order? Correct. We cannot alter a financial order from the mayor. I mean, if it were something if it were a very like a friendly amendment to something, that can be, as far as my understanding, that can be considered. But straight away changing a financial order, we cannot do.
So I would not be able to change it from single stream to dual stream as a friendly amendment.
I don't believe so. I mean, I would say if that were something that you were wanting to entertain, it'd be more pertinent to be on the full council floor where we might have more guidance on that. I'm not positive that we can alter. I'm just really not clear on how much of the language we're allowed to. It's not like I get that you're only changing a word per se, but it's when you're changing a word, like because someone said if instead of or, that's more of like a friendly amendment kind of thing. If you're changing the idea of the order, I don't think that that's allowed because that's not what is intended.
Michael?
Go for it, Mike. What's up?
I don't believe this order as written can be changed.
Well, that's what I mean is there's only certain things you can friendly amendment change. And I'm by no means, and none of us are, I don't think, parliamentarian to hash that part out legally, or even with a great deal of not to say authority, but a great deal of knowledge on where that line is drawn. And I think that this being the issue that it is, which would be fundamentally changing the order, I would defer to not doing that in a friendly manner, that it would have to be a completely different order that would be brought forward. If that makes sense.
I see Diana has her hand.
Shinula has her hands up. Finance Director Shinula's got her hand up.
Sure, go for it, Diana. What's up?
Thanks. I just wanted to, since I wrote the financial order, I just wanted to speak to that and the language in it. So can you hear me okay?
It's a little quiet, but that might be me, not
okay.
Everyone.
Right, I see you leaning in, Mike. So I just want to make
I'm
having challenges with my mic. So
okay.
So anyway, I wrote the financial order and I wrote that based on the language in the grant award. And I was asked to write an order that basically would allow the city to reflect that it was accepting that grant pursuant to Mass General Law Chapter, I can't remember the exact citation, but it's I think 4453E, which we have to do when we are going to expend the money. Before you do that, you have to accept it pursuant to that section of law, and you have to do it for the purpose of the grant. So that's the language that I used that was actually derived from the grant materials and was the intended purpose of the grant. So just to note that in terms of a change, you can just as a note for amending these are motions, so they can be amended on council floor, I believe by the council. But again, that might not solve the actual issue. If it was to be changed, it wouldn't meet the purpose of why I put the financial order forward, which is to expend it in accordance with Mass General Law for the purpose identified in the grant. So
right, it would essentially be a moot motion because it would be approving nothing. It would be approving something that's not already written in there. So we could approve all day a motion for X, Y, and Z, and if it really held no water, then it would be approving nothing. Gotcha.
So,
yeah, I understand there's a lot of concern across the board and different variations of this. And I think that we've gotten a lot of information on this. I think that it'll be better served on the full council floor. We've had reports. We've been asked for information by the public. We've asked ourselves as counselors for information regarding this. We've received more than what we've asked for, which is great. It's always better to have more information. And I think that it would be, better served to discuss that at a full council. Then I know that this is what our subcommittee is for, but at the same time, this is really just a yay or nay at this point on whether or not we're going to give a recommendation for this, as we don't move this forward specifically ourselves either. I don't know. Is there any, Councilor Wondolowski, Councilor Esther, do you guys have anything else you wanted to discuss on this subject?
Yeah, I'm comfortable moving it forward. I think if we can have a discussion at the full council, the one thing I'm not comfortable, this is a big change for the city, and we really haven't had any public hearings on it. So there hasn't been the opportunity for the public to besides the emails we're getting. So I just don't, I understand that we have to have an order that is based on the title. But
sure. I get that we haven't had an official, this doesn't require a public hearing.
No, I get that.
This kind of motion. And to be honest, this has been on the council's agendas since last year, since like October, November. And there's been multiple months of public comment on this. And I understand where some folks are coming from in their emails on wanting to discuss this process further because of the amount of change that is there. Again, recognizing that what we're not voting on is on this language exactly. It's not the idea of this is locking into anything for the future. Anything could always be changed afterwards, but this is in response to the wording that needs to be there for the grant purpose. And I also, and I was going to say this tomorrow night, but I might as well. I know there's quite a few folks here tonight. This is also time sensitive, and I think everybody recognizes that. Not only in an economical ecological standpoint, but a financial standpoint as well. Like we have finite resources, and I think all of us at heart want to do the best we can environmentally, and we have to do it in a feasible fiscal way as well. And I think that's the weeds that might be hashed out over time. But I think overall, everybody's on the same page that this initial portion needs to happen. And if there needs to be alterations down the road, that is possible. But if this doesn't go through, the timeline runs out. And then we're talking about going 10 steps backwards. Like we're going like 20 steps backwards at that point. So I understand the concern about public participation in a lot of these things. And I would also caution that though there is a place for public participation in a lot of these things, there's a ton of information that is given that doesn't necessarily get wholly seen because it's not, we don't have that form of government. We see it, we get it, we look at it. Any of that's technically available to anyone who wants to see it because it's public record. But I don't know. I don't want to say too much, but not everything can be litigated down to the nitty gritty before we take a vote on it as a council. It just that's not the way this is designed. It's not the way it's intended. And I really don't know what else to say other than that. But I guess I'll leave it at that. Probably said too much. But in the interest of moving things forward, if we have nothing else before tomorrow night, do we want to roll call on a recommendation on this? Councillor Massachusetts.
Yes.
Okay. Councillor Wondolowski.
Yes.
And I will also vote yes to move this with a positive recommendation to full council tomorrow. And the next order of business, again, sorry, I got to scroll through the pages. Yeah. Are either of your guys are loading on the agenda? Mine's sleep.
I'm scrolling.
Yeah, I'm scrolling. No, it's in there. It's like the last page. There it is. Okay. Order number FY24-060. City Council, upon recommendation of Mayor DeSorger, in order to rescind borrowing authorization unissued from Sewer Enterprise, moves that it be ordered that relative to Order 22-117 voted for 2022 for Sewer I&I, the City Council votes to rescind borrowing authorization unissued in the amount of $50,000. Majority vote required. Do I have a motion for that?
So moved.
Second.
Okay. And is there any discussion on this topic? That's pretty good. I mean, we're using bond premiums to reduce this instead of borrowing money. So that sounds like a pretty awesome thing, right? We're not borrowing more money. All right. So roll call. Councillor Wondolowski.
Aye.
Councillor Massachusetts.
Aye.
And I will also give a positive recommendation on this thing, this topic. All right. Sorry, going to go back up to the main agenda. All right, our next meeting would be Tuesday, March 19th, 2024, 6 p.m. City Hall Meeting Room, second floor, or Zoom hybrid, unless otherwise posted. That being said, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a
Yes.
motion.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Councillor Master Totoro's got it.
Adjourn, Mike? Yeah.
Yes,
All right.
we tied.
Do you have a second? I'm assuming that would be.
Second.
Okay. All right. I'll roll call that one too. All the Councilor Mastrotero
Aye.
and Councilor Wondolowski.
Yes.
And I will also aye to adjourning this evening's meeting. We will see you folks tomorrow, and we'll see you next month, March 19th.